Welcome back, you guys! This is Tessindra, continuing my Valkyria Chronicles campaign, where we're gonna wrap up Chapter 4 and move on to Chapter 5. So, the Operation Cloudburst was a success. The tanks that were on the bridge were dunked into the river, and I believe that means that the city is ours? Yes? So what is next to come after the storm? Plus, we also won our bet with Largo, so he better fall in line. His weird face. The music loaded in first.
It appears that Lieutenant Gunther's plan worked. An impressive start, soldier.
Yeah?
Thank you, Captain.
The kid's crazy. Drove a damn tank right into the stinking river.
Oh.
Yeah, and I can't believe it worked. I'm still in shock.
All right, you two. Now hold up your side of the bargain and you listen to Welkin.
Yeah, damn straight.
Yeah.
The kid might got the chops to command, but that don't mean I gotta like any dark hairs.
What is her problem?
Hey, come on!
I suppose it's kind of a victory.
It's okay, Alicia. I'm used to it by now.
No, fuck that.
But I hope... I know the day will come when Darksons can join society as equals.
Yeah.
Hey, hope I'm not interrupting anything. It's me again, reporting for GBS.
Like, would it surprise you if she took off that beanie and she was bald? Would it?
Lieutenant Gunther, that was quite an impressive result on your first mission.
Yes, thanks to the squad's hard work, we managed to take back the Great Vassal Bridge.
Any impressions on things to come now that you've gotten your first taste of victory?
Impressions? Well, let's see. Bridges are important. They link the roads that bring people what they need.
He's getting all philosophical. I don't know, fine.
I'd like to become a sort of bridge, linking my crew together. I think that's my new goal.
Look, I don't have a problem with what he's saying. It's like the message is good. It's just the words he uses is just, I don't know. Cringe? Is that the correct word? Correct term? Cringe? Okay, that was short and nice. So after the storm now, a parting wish. This is the last bit of chapter 4. What comes next after this? More dots.
Sorry, this is about all I can do.
Is that the lion's paw?
But maybe, once everybody returns, they'll see a couple of lion's paws blooming, and it'll start to feel like home again.
Hey, Alicia! We're heading out soon.
Okay, I'll be right there. Wildflowers, do your stuff.
Yeah. I think there might be something there I'm missing.
Chapter 5. The Cloden Wildwood.
Oh, I remember this mission. Yeah, it was a good one. It was a really good one. A new skirmish battle. I might have to do some of the skirmish battles soon. I might have to just put that in a separate episode. Alright, here we go. Chapter 5. The Cloden Wildwood. Severing the supply line. Right, we're about to take out a supply base. Or an outpost. Supplies. We're cutting off their supplies.
Thanks in part to Squad 7, the Great Vassal Bridge is back in our hands. That pushed the front line back, forcing the Empire to gather forces in central Gallia.
Okay.
Does this mean we're headed that way as well?
I mean, sure, yeah.
The army will take that front. Meanwhile, the militia will head south. Our next target is here, in the Cloden area.
It's like a one river that branches off a bit. Is the sort of brownish color of the mountain? Looks very inaccessible.
The Cloden Wildwood. I was there last summer taking soil samples.
Thanks for that. Thanks for that input, Wilkin.
It's a dense forest with plenty of hills and valleys. It's hard to get around in there.
Maybe actually he does know the terrain. That's actually pretty good.
What's our strategic objective there, Captain?
The Empire has set up a supply base there to fuel their invasion of Central Gallia.
I see. So if we seize the supply base, we cut off the flow of supplies moving north.
But didn't they attack us from the north?
Precisely. The 3rd Regiment's objective is to take that base. All squads are to prepare for woodland combat and await orders. Good luck. Dismissed.
So if you're preparing for woodland combat, what does that mean? Camouflage?
Woodland combat? What a nightmare.
Oh, okay, he's gonna explain.
What do you mean?
The woods dull your sense of direction, and poor roads make for slow advances.
Okay, so the tank is gonna have problems.
This'll be our toughest operation yet.
It's our second one.
Maybe so, but deeper in the woods you have a better chance of spotting rare foliage.
Shut up, Wilkin.
There's one kind of insectivorous plant in Cloden called the moondew that can suck a...
All right, I get it. You really do have a one-track mind, you know that?
He's more polite than me, Valdio.
I'm saying nature isn't just a burden. We might find the key to victory in the woods.
I mean, yeah. Terrain advantage.
All right. I'll keep a lookout for your key while I'm slogging along. Hopefully your plant won't have eaten it.
Okay, so we're moving on. Ooh, Maximilian and the Triumviri. Isn't that a Latin word? I think this is the big bad guy, isn't it? Damn. Those are still just light tanks. Where are the big ones? Is that a smokestack or a guard tower? Berthold Gregor, leader of the Northern Gallian invasion, okay?
Gallia's mongrels have reclaimed Vassal Bridge. Are the men of our defensive units cowards? This loss is a stain on the Emperor's honor. Useless fools.
I hear the enemy crossed the river in tanks. And whoever's leading them is no fool.
Leader of the Southern Gallian invasion.
On the
Jaeger.
contrary, this was a fluke. These are peasants, nothing more. Peasants and barbarians. How could they be anything else?
An
If
aristocrat.
birthright is all it takes to win a battle, you must find war so very boring.
The issue here is Gallia's resistance and how to end it, swiftly and decisively.
Exactly. They'll use their victory at Vassal Bridge as footing for a counterstrike in Central Gallia.
How shall we proceed? What says your grace?
The big phone.
We will extinguish these flames. Our course is clear. The Gallian army must be crushed.
Damn, look at that cow skull.
We will require reinforcements. They will be sent to Central Gallia.
Prince.
Now then, the route of supply through Cloden has to be made unshakable. Gregor, see to a restructuring of our central forces. Then you will continue to press northward.
Sir.
We will head to Barius. Selvaria, be so kind as to accompany us there?
With pleasure. And to the ends of the earth, Your Grace.
The Cloden Basin supply lines. See to them, Jaeger. They need protecting. Gallia may have already dispatched troops to the south. Therefore, make haste to Cloden.
Of course. Leave it to me, Your Grace.
I should probably let these cutscenes play out before I comment, but it's just so hard. I'm trying to remember. So it's Gregor. I don't remember his first name. That's the leader of the northern forces. Silvaria Bliss, who's only one S, is the central leader, and then Jaeger is the southern leader. And that prince is leading the whole thing. So this prince is in charge of this invasion. I do remember that, but the other three, they're like mini bosses, I imagine. Because I remember some of them. I remember fighting some of them. So that is very, very interesting. So they're restructuring their forces to strike at the north. He said he was going somewhere with her. I don't remember what that place that was. And then Jaeger. Oh, right, we're going to run into Jaeger, aren't we, in this mission? Oh, shit. Let's see here. The Cloden Wildwood, a path uncovered. Okay, so we're in the forest right now. No camouflage on the tank.
What are we doing? Remind me, whose idea was it to come out here anyway? Enough with the trees already.
You could say that again. Woods are so thick you can't tell up from down with these trees.
Here we go.
Hey, great. What did he find? A map in the dirt?
Alicia, hold on to these for me, will you?
Sure, Welkin. What are these? Some kind of nuts?
No. Actually, they're long-beard goat droppings.
Ah! Gross! You made me hold poo? Are you crazy? Hey, Welks. Did you find something useful?
Come here. Take a look at this.
The grass has been trampled down, looks like. What's the deal with that?
An animal trail. With any luck, this could be our way out. Animals have a natural instinct to find the most efficient path. That's why the grass is trampled down. They snap off the branches, they eat the grass. As a result, they clear a perfect trail.
What,
so
to
if
water?
we make like goats and follow it, the path will take us through.
The enemy supply base should be nearby. This is where we'll start our operation.
Okay, animal trails lead to water, don't they? Why would they lead to anything else? I mean, I guess if the supply base is near water, which I wouldn't... If you're building a supply base, wouldn't you build it close to water? I mean, just having access to clean water seems smart. I don't know. I don't see the connection immediately, but whatever. He's a bit of a nerd. Countless tiny losses.
La 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 la.
She can sing.
That's really nice, Rosie. What song is that? It's so pretty.
Oh, just a song I sang back in the day.
Oh, you used to be a singer? I didn't know that.
Ha! You paint a much prettier picture than it was. I used to sing at a bar in my town.
Still, that song was really pretty. I'd love to hear the whole thing sometime.
Maybe I'll put on a little show one of these days.
Interesting.
We're not alone here. I'll go investigate. Put your hands in the air.
Mike?
What the Porcavian? Porcavian? Porcavian. Moink. Oh no, is this a mascot? This is gonna be a mascot.
It's a pig? It looks like a Porcavian piglet.
Porcavian piglet. Really? That's a thing? It's got wings. Don't tell me it flies.
What's your story? Get separated from your mom?
I'll take a look further in.
Well, what did you find?
There must have been a skirmish here. It looks like a stray bullet hit his mother.
Damn.
Even all the way out here, the war's still claiming lives.
You lost your family too, huh, little guy? Left all alone.
Well, Alicia, does he want to come with us?
Yeah, I mean, sure, let's keep a mascot. Why not?
What? Can we?
We're the militia. Every Gallian has the right to join.
The bar to entry is really low. Does it have a pulse? It's not human. Does it have a pulse? It. You're in. Holy shit. All right.
You hear that? As of today, you're a member of Squad 7, little guy.
Monk? Monk!
Well, it's better if they sort of get used to human contact young. Isn't that how it usually works? Like, if you have a cat, you have like 2 or 3 weeks to get them used to human contact. Otherwise, they just become feral. Or am I mixing things up here? Alright, so this is going to be the mission here. Wildwood Warfare at Cloden. But before I do that, I do want to do some things at the headquarters. I'm going to do sort of the story stuff, and then before the combat mission, I'll do the other stuff. So let's go back to headquarters. And we can do the cemetery, and we can take a look at the, yes, the castle front street. Read the writing on the wall, published regularly. This is from, what's her name, Caller? Irene?
Hey,
No, Alet.
Lieutenant! Off duty today? Your timing's perfect. There's something I want to show you. Won't take but a minute. Come on. Ta-da! It's the writing on the wall, written and published by yours truly. Why do this when I already have a radio news gig, you say?
Yeah?
Sure, I could leave it up to the print news guys, but they're all lapdogs. The government censors everything. And not just a little cut here and there. In some cases, they'll bend the harsh truth into candy-sweet propaganda.
Yeah, I suppose that's the norm, isn't it? Not that it's good, but it's... I mean, everybody's... there's propaganda everywhere, isn't there?
I'm so sick of it. I want to give my readers the truth. That includes the bad stuff, too. So, this is my brilliant plan. The writing on the wall. Some things are only possible in out-of-the-way spots like this, out of sight from those government goons.
When you say you're going to publish something, you're just nailing it on a wall? Does that count as publishing it?
I'll keep this space filled with up-to-date, absolutely factual info. No censorship.
It's gonna need to be a big fucking wall.
And your exploits will feature heavily, I'm sure. So yeah, come by and have a read sometime.
Okay, so we can essentially pay for a little bit of news. And I think there is some extra missions in here. Maybe. I don't remember exactly what this is for, but there's a lot of like small stuff that comes in here. Let's see here. Signs of Gallian resistance. In an interview given on the 8th, a spokesman for the Central Gallian Armed Forces suggested a massive anti-imperial counterstrike brewing. Should this come to pass, all eyes will be on how a force that has thus far specialized in retreat can stem the imperial incursion that claimed most of Gallia by last month's end, and now stands before the gates of Rangri. It seems the militia will join the army proper on this bid to free the capital from a siege, a fear that has persisted for weeks now. Some suggest that this move is due to the army's desire to conserve its own manpower for combat within the city's wall. a very real possibility should this plan fail. Yeah, so it's basically just like two of these, and this is basically how the army was planning to put the militia in front and just dying. So they could preserve their own forces. Flames of war sweep Europa. The Empire-owned and run Ter's news outlet reported on the 6th that Imperial forces have claimed the coastal Federation city of Valua. If true, the Empire would now hold a supply route for Ragnite transit, greatly influencing their standing in southern Europa. Unlike the northern provinces, Europa's south lacks for Ragnite, meaning that the supplies must be shipped in from elsewhere to sustain the Empire's offensive. The Empire's hold on Europa's southern coast means expansion of the conflict to all areas of the continent is more likely now than ever. The Federation, that's the other guys, has yet to issue a statement regarding the Empire's alleged seizure of Valua at this time. So they've taken a very important strategical location in the south of this continent. This has nothing to do with us. But it seems like... But then again, this came from an Empire-run news outlet, so it might be... Well, I don't think they would lie about actually having seized it. But yeah. Militia claims Vassal Bridge. This is us! Gallia's militia brings home the glory as the first operation in what is likely a full-scale counteroffensive. The 3rd Regiment reclaimed the Great Vassal Bridge. No, it was us. A vital trade artery. After rousting... I thought it was routing. After rousting the Empire's local defenses on the 14th. This officially frees Rangri from the need to seal its walls. Rather than assail the Empire's bridgehead barricade, the militia opted to swim a tank across the river and attack from the rear. An unconventional strategy to say the least. The drawbridge was then opened, dumping the rest of the defensive force into the drink. The man behind this bold plan, Welkin Gunther, 22, I'm only 22, is none other than the son of... I don't remember what it was, but it's like Empire War I hero Belgian Gunther. This acorn hasn't fallen far at all. Alright, Gallia to pull out of the north. They were talking about the Gregor guy was going to be... He's in charge of the north, isn't he? The enemy, the Empire enemy. On the 20th, the Gallian forces in the north announced their retreat from the area. Though no details were given, the Imperial takeover of Fausen... I remember that name. I think that's a mission later on in the game. Keystone among the North Gallian industrial cities is likely a chief cause. The capture of Fausen, a center for Gallia's Ragnite, steel and oil refinery, struck a massive blow to the nation's productivity. Though the meeting among Gallian army leaders held the day word... What? Wait, though the meeting among Gallian army leaders held the day word of Fausen's fall arrived, lasted well into the night, no official word has yet been issued as to a specific plan for liberation of the city. I don't know, that was a bit rough to read. That sentence was a bit off. Anyway, so this is the news, and there should be more.
And while you're here, I want to put a book out someday, right? To put the truth in the hands of the people. But I'm just a radio news grunt, you know? I'll be paying for everything out of my own pocket. So, I figured I'd ask you. Think you could find it in your wallet's heart to help a girl get started? I'd make it worth your while. You guys could feature in the book I write.
You'll be objective?
I still haven't decided what all I want to put in it, but I promise it'll be all about you.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, I'm all in.
See this fat stack of notes? I've got a ton of material already.
Yeah, okay, good. Sounds good.
So how about it? Call it an investment in the future rising star of authordom. Please.
So, we can essentially pay for stories that she will then publish. And I think this does benefit us. I just don't remember how. I think this is how you get perks for your squad members. Let's see, Elite Embedded. It's 1100.
Thanks a million.
All right.
I plan on putting out new editions periodically, so drop by to check it out often.
Sure.
Especially after you've made some headlines on the battlefield. That's the perfect time to strike.
Yeah, we could take a look at these like after, like before we do new missions.
I'm counting on you out there, Welkin. You need to keep me supplied with exciting material.
Sure. Sure. Whatever, lady. I'm all good. So if I go back into this, I just want to see. Does that new story pop up there?
Hey! Oh, and how about the new rising star of Squad 7, huh? I've heard some wild stories. You must be proud.
I think this means somebody leveled up. Somebody got enough points to get a perk.
I couldn't help but snipe him with a pop interview. You'll have to read it once I get it all drafted up.
Okay.
So, come to me.
Yeah, we bought everything we wanted to do.
Come back and see the writing?
So we have to go into that to see the... I'm pretty sure we have to do this to get that rising star pop-up. And that means that somebody in my squad has gotten enough like points of that 5-point system to get a perk unleashed. But we'll take a look at that later. But right now I just want to check out the War Cemetery and then call it good.
Paying your respects? Sorry, I suppose that was a foolish question.
A reasonable one, I suppose. We're in a cemetery.
Actually, no, sir. I'm not here visiting anyone in particular.
Oh, then might I ask what brings you to a place like this?
I find it sobering, standing here in front of all those who died in the last war. That and seeing this much death reminds me that humans are just another part of nature.
Don't suppose I've ever heard that before. Judging from your clothes, you're militia.
Yes, sir. Lieutenant Welkin Gunther. I'm in charge of Squad 7, Regiment 3.
We are in Regiment 3.
Gunther. I see. Squad leader. Very impressive for a young man.
Thank you.
Not at all, sir. I'm still woefully inexperienced.
We had like a bunch of A ranks under our belt.
One wrong order from me and my squad could wind up here. It's a huge responsibility.
Yeah.
You respect the weight of their lives. Here, let me teach you a special order.
An order, sir? I'm sorry, who did you say you were?
Just a leftover from the last war. I'm afraid my orders require some experience, though. I can't in good faith teach them to those who lack the maturity to use them properly.
Right. You can get special orders from this guy, but learning them costs you experience. And I think some of the really, really good ones, he has them... I don't remember how many he has, but you have to go through this process to get them.
Now, let's see. I'll teach you sniper support today.
I think that's a pretty good one.
Use it to request backup from allied snipers to snipe a single enemy target.
Right. So if you have an enemy that's low on HP, you can actually use this order to just strike them, and that might finish them off.
Well, what is your decision?
So that could have been a number of different orders, and I think once we've exhausted all of those, of the RNG ones, we have access to like the really good ones in the back, I think. So 6,500 experience. That's a third of my experience right now. That's fine. We'll take it.
Very good. I hope my orders can assist you in saving the nation.
Yeah, thank you, man.
I hope we'll meet again. Should you wish, you can likely find me here.
All right, so we can learn orders from this guy. Beautiful. All right. Alright, and we'll be getting plenty of money and experience, so that's fine. Is this where we get... Oh, this is where we get the unlock. Who did we unlock? So if I go to... No.
Report. Ellet embed.
Oh, this is what we bought. I think I'll go ahead and add this to another episode, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna cut these up into nice chunks because this is already 30 minutes. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna leave it here. I still don't like her hat. I will see you guys in the next episode. But until then, see ya. And thanks for watching.